Gamers, we have a serious problem, and I want to talk about it. Welcome to the channel. Gaming is one of my favorite hobbies, and I bet it's yours too. Now, I know there are tons of problems in the industry right now, but I'd like to focus on one major concern: hardware prices. It seems like every few months, there's some sort of crisis event that causes component prices to skyrocket. I'm old enough to know when prices go up, they rarely ever come all the way back down. A quick look at PC Part Picker at the time of making this video, it's the cheapest 5080 AIB, the MSI Shadow X3OC at $1,100. Absolutely insane. There was a time when an 80 class card cost 700 and change, maybe 800 at the most, but that seems long gone. Now, I know cards have gone down in price since the start of the year, but do you really think it's going to stay that way? I'm not so sure. Price trends for the card show that there was a brief window in August where the card could be had at the MSRP of $999, but with material costs rising and so many other factors, I just don't ever see it coming back down to that anytime soon, if at all. An article about this on TrendForce.com back in September said the following: reports indicate that starting in 2026, that's very soon for guys who aren't keeping count, TSMC plans to raise prices by 5 to 10% for advanced nodes below 5 nanometers, including the 2 nanometer process scheduled for mass production in late 2025. That's right now. Currently, 3 nanometer wafers are priced around 20,000 USD each, while 2 nanometer wafers are expected to cost at least 50% more, exceeding 30,000 US dollars per wafer, with further increases possible. TSMC has already notified key clients of its pricing strategy. In contrast, the company may consider lowering prices for mature nodes where cost processes are less pronounced. Just so we are aware, gamers generally are on more advanced processors for high-end GPUs. Now, this doesn't even take into account the RAM situation, with Micron killing Crucial, Samsung stopping production of SATA SSDs. We are currently experiencing an explosion in pricing. A great example from my own personal experience: I paid $203 after tax for 64 gigs of 6,000 mega transfer RAM at CL30 just a year ago. That same RAM today, $758.86 after tax. Sadly, all of this will result in higher prices for anything that uses RAM across the board. Console gamers will be affected, and with consoles already increasing in pricing over the last few months, I'm worried that this is only going to get worse. Honestly, there's a good chance that these insane RAM prices are here to stay. Now, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on here, so take it with a grain of salt. But I feel like local hardware has been increasingly pushed as a premium experience, while they slowly try and push that cloud feature on us. If that happens, man, I am out. I like having some control over my games when it comes to their data and their latency. Some games would work just fine in the cloud, I'm sure. But if you've been gaming as long as I have, you know the key to satisfying gameplay is snappy, responsive controls, and while not a direct one-to-one comparison, take a look at the constant certification of streaming services for your shows and movies. I'll talk about that in another video. Make sure to subscribe and stick around for that. So what can you do about it? Well, for now, work with what you can control. If you have hardware that's passable, I know it sucks to hear, but you're gonna have to sit on it for a while. Go through your backlog. If you're like me, you probably have games stacked so high they could last you into the heat death of the universe. Buy indie titles. These days, indie games are some of the best, most creative and interesting experiences you can find. Stardew Valley, Dead Cells, Hollow Knight, and its newest hit release in that series, Silksong, just to name a few. These games can be had for way less than AAA games and can provide tons of fun. My one last tip for you, and this one is really more for the PC people out there: do you and your friends have a Discord server? Get a bot for a text channel and put it on your server. I use a bot called Free Stuff. It covers all major PC storefronts and will post any free games from those storefronts with the option to open that app directly And if there's multiple on the same app, you can grab them all at once. With the amount of free quality games that are given out over the course of a year, you can have a solid library without spending a cent. If you've stayed this long, thank you so much. It means the world to me. I apologize if things were a little rough. This is my first video. I have no idea what I'm doing. But this is something I've wanted to do for years. And now I am. Life is short. If there's something you want to do it today. Or at least plan to do it soon. Take care. Be well. And until next time, see you later.